Welcome to Empower Talks, a platform where we share inspirational conversations with extraordinary individuals who conquer obstacles and attain extraordinary achievements. We will unlock the secret of their success, explore their passions, and decode the essence of empowerment. Get ready for a power packed adventure of wisdom, charisma, and vision. Let's ignite the sparks of inspiration together. Today, I have a very special guest with me, Miss Bijurika Saha. She is a frequent traveler, a cyclist, and recently she went to Vietnam. We also try to cover each and every aspect of her interest. But one more achievement I would like to share here. She also covered 600 kilometer and she touched three international borders together. Nepal, Bangladesh, and Bhutan. What a commendable achievement. Welcome to the podcast, Ms. Bijurika Saha.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for giving a lovely introduction. And thank you so much to the media department of Inspiria Knowledge Campus for inviting me for the podcast. It's a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm very sure that this podcast will play a very important role in our audience life and they will get a lot of inspiration today from you. So let's start the podcast, and my first question to you is, can you share your favorite moments from your early cycling adventures?
Definitely, sir. And it's been a long journey. And I started my cycling journey during the second lockdown period. Okay. And that's how it started. And I did not have any idea about cycling. I just knew that there's a cycle and you just have to pedal your way out. I didn't know that what's the benefit of a single speed cycle or a geared one.
Yeah.
I just wanted a cycle for myself. And when I started cycling, I had this really good feeling of freedom, which the initial days of cycling gave me this feeling of freedom. And also during the lockdown period, the roads were empty and
True.
I could really enjoy cycling on the empty streets. So that was a really good start to my cycling journey. And then I bought my cycle. It was a single speed cycle and it didn't have any gears. But with that, I also climbed to Rongtong and I got introduced to a lovely community here, Siliguri cycling community. I met a lot of people who acted as an inspiration in my life, and that's how my cycling journey started.
Wow. And this brings to the next question, which is related with lessons. I'm sure there would be a lot of lessons related to your cycling adventure. So what lessons have you learned on your cycling journey?
I would start with that for any physical exercise, I guess. We need consistency and discipline. That
True.
is what cycling has taught me, that you have to I say that I am not yet disciplined, not so much, but slowly I'm getting there. As in, I see myself that if I miss going to cycling for a long period of time, I see that my days don't go really well. But when you start your day with a physical exercise, it really keeps you motivated throughout your day, and your work goes well, and you're happy throughout your day.
True.
And because your some chemicals releases when you do physical exercise. So what I feel is, and I've seen people, those who are into physical fitness, they are very motivated throughout their life. And also during cycling, what I feel is safety measures are also important.
Yes,
as in
that's true.
Wearing helmet. I see a lot of young riders that they do not wear helmet and they come downhill from Rongtong, especially on Sundays. I see a lot of youngsters.
When I have seen that thing,
So that is not really safe, because a lot of people nowadays, do cycling for the cool thing. They think just going downhill, but it's not the thing.
But they have to take the precautions.
Exactly,
as well, right?
and I've seen a lot of youngsters not wearing helmet and going downhill like it's. You don't have control over
and
your
you
bicycle.
have a helmet, you have an elbow guard, and you have a knee guard as well,
Exactly.
right?
But knee guard and elbow guard we usually don't wear.
Okay.
But we always wear a helmet. So when we fall, our head, like we do not want injury on our head.
That's
Other
quite dangerous.
injuries can be
Yeah,
healed,
true.
but so that's why wearing helmet and buying a good helmet is very necessary. So
Okay. This brings to the next question. How often do you cycle?
I cycle because I have to work. I mean, I have to join work at 9 o'clock. I partially go for 2 days for cycling in a week. Weekends, every day I go for cycling. And I also do some freehand exercises in the morning, an hour. And if that is not possible, at least I try and dedicate 1 hour in my whole day for physical activity, be it cycling or running or any kind of physical exercise, freehand exercise.
I have seen it. There are many amateur cyclists who's there on my WhatsApp status. I have seen that they share some application screenshot. Can you explain about that?
The mostly used app is Strava, where you can record your ride, be it a ride or be it a swim or be it a run. You can record it and you can post it with some photographs. It's a really good platform where you can share your physical activities, achievements, and also they give you some badges. Also they tell you that this is the longest ride or you have done well. And there are also achievements known as King of the Mountains, Queen of the Mountains, where you perform well in a segment. Suppose from Siliguri to Rongtong we have a segment, and you give your whole good effort on that segment, so you get the crown basically of King of the Mountains or Queen of the Mountains.
So how far is Rongtong from Siliguri?
From my place to Rongtong is around 15 to 17 kilometers. So back and back and forth it's about 35 kilometers.
And what is your best time?
From Sukna to Rongtong I have done it within 35 minutes.
Okay. This is your best time?
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
But pro cyclists, I mean, there are professional cyclists. We say that, if you cover the distance from Sukna to Rongtong within 25 minutes, then you are pro.
Okay, that's good. So let me just talk about your journey. Okay, so I just mentioned in the introduction as well that you went to Vietnam, and my question to you is, what stories can you share with our audience that stand out from your solo journey?
As far as I remember, I mean, I did my first solo trip in the year 2019. In March 2019. It was during the Holi. So I heard that Holi is hugely celebrated in Hampi. So I went there.
Karnataka.
Yeah, that's in Karnataka.
Okay.
So I went there, and Hampi now has changed a lot. But in 2019, it is a small Goa, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have a huge procession on the Holi day. Like people come with drums and everything, and there's a huge procession going on. I met a lot of, that was my first solo journey, you can say so. And I met a lot of locals, I met a lot of new people, and they shared a lot of their stories with me, and I shared a lot of my stories with them. So along the journey, throughout the journey, I really liked the conversations and the vibe of the locals there. So it was really it gave me a really nice feeling. And also the first solo journey also made me a lot of confident about myself, and made me learn a lot of things about myself. So I think the best part about solo journeys is you come to know a lot about yourselves.
Okay, so this was your first solo journey?
Yeah, it was Hampi.
It was Hampi. Okay. Can you give some other example related to your international trip?
I'm still there in 2019 probably. The lockdown period has... Okay, so I did my solo journey in Vietnam, for which I had planned.
This was your first international journey?
Yeah, this was my first solo international trip.
Okay.
So I had planned it long back. with few of my colleagues, but they dropped.
It happens. It happens.
That I went by myself. Okay.
And you wanted to go alone?
Yeah, I wanted to go somewhere. Probably that's how, God listens to you. So I went by myself, and even there I stayed in hostels. So the best thing
I think this is the best thing, right?
It's affordable, plus you get to meet a lot of people.
A lot of people from different nationalities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I met few people from England and also from Netherlands. So they are what, like 24, 25 years old, and they have been out of home for 3-4 long months, and they're traveling all the southeastern countries. Okay. And I was really inspired by them. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? I'm 31 years old, and I still started to, I just started to visit these international countries. Yeah. So, but never mind, age is just a number and life goes on.
Any other country which is there in your wish list?
Yeah, this year I'm thinking to go to Japan or Indonesia.
Let's see. December?
Sorry.
Next year.
Next year, 2024.
Okay, this is in your wish list.
Yeah.
Japan and what other country?
Or Indonesia. Let's see.
Indonesia. Okay. So that brings to the next question is there has to be inspiration, right? So what inspired you to start your solo travel journey? Before you answer this, let me give you my personal experience. I used to follow this Discovery Channel, Lonely Planet, and there are few traveler who created documentaries, and I got inspired. So what was your inspiration?
Yeah, so I'll say that I met a friend of mine who is a very famous travel vlogger as well. Okay. She's a travel influencer. She goes by the name Prakriti Varshni. Her Instagram handle it's in the name. So I connected with her on Instagram, and we met when she came to Bhutan. I texted her and we met. She came to my home. And during that journey, she's a solo traveler, and she's climbed Mount Everest and Mount Makalu as well. Oh, wow. And she's just 25 or 26 years old. God. So
what I'm doing here.
So that was a huge motivation for me. And she has traveled around the world. I mean, she's completed, I think, 15-16 countries, and that gave me a lot of motivation. I mean, like, if she can do all these things in just 25-26 years old, then a lot of people can do a lot of things. So she's one of the most, motivational person in my life.
That's great. And there would be a lot of challenges as well, right? So we will talk in this question about the challenges you face as a beginner solo traveler.
So honestly, there was no challenges that I faced.
Come on.
No, sir.
You can make
Seriously.
it right now. Fictional one.
So I think people generally they think about a lot. I mean, think about when they start the journey, that how will they do it. So that's when you think that, okay, fine, what if I get stuck somewhere.
Anxiety.
Exactly. Yeah. People even, there are a lot of people who I'm just giving an example, who hasn't got a tattoo ever yet in their life. They discourage people, those who want to get tattoo. I mean, why to discourage people, right? So I did not face any challenges. It's all on you, that how you plan your trip, or even if you don't plan, the safety of a female solo traveler is on yourself. You have to take care of your surroundings every time. And obviously you can carry some sharp device, sharp instruments in your purse or something. But yeah, honestly, if you research it well, I research well when I go to some place, and I plan it out well. I do research that, because any past...
But you're talking about domestic traveling.
No, I'm talking about both domestic and international. So seriously, I haven't faced any challenges yet.
Okay.
Maybe later on in my life I will. Then we'll make another podcast regarding that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so can you share your favorite experiences from your first solo adventure?
Okay, so I'll just mix and match.
Yeah.
Okay, I have been traveling for 3-4 years frequently, and I will share a few good experiences that I had. So during the first lockdown, I was stuck in Himachal. I was volunteering there at a hostel.
Okay.
And it has been the best months of my life, you can say. That during the lockdown period, there were no tourists in Himachal, and I did a short trek. I used to stay in Jibhi. It's a small village in Himachal, and we did a small trek. I forgot the place's name.
Okay.
So at night, it was a 2-day trek, and at night I could I saw the moon, and there was something circular which surrounded the moon itself, and it was an amazing view from up there. So 3 of us had gone to the trek, and we took the lesser known path, as in we cut through the jungles and went to the trek.
Okay, so that brings to the last question, and the last question is great people said that, there are a lot of philosophers said that you should travel, but what was the reason behind it? Can you tell me how has your journey transformed you? And I'm sure that there would be a lot of things to say about it.
Yeah. So I would say that my journey, or whatever I had throughout, made me confident and also a lot of independent. So when I was with my parents during the school times, I used to be a lot dependent on my parents, and that's why probably I decided to move out of my home and stay alone. And traveling added to it. It made me more independent, and also it made me more physically and mentally fit. I still remember my first trek in Sandakphu. I was around 78 kgs in 2019.
Okay.
And I was not physically fit that time. And I never knew that I'll be into cycling and I'll ever be into sports, because during the school sports, I used to be the first person to get out of it. So this Sandakphu trek taught me a lot. As in
just tell our audience about the Sandakphu first.
Yeah. So this was my first trek, and I'll just tell about the last day. It was a 10-kilometer stretch that we had to come, and it was raining heavily. I was not carrying my proper gear. That was, I was not carrying my raincoat, and I was fully drenched, and my legs, both of my legs weren't working, as in I was walking, but I didn't have control over my legs. So I had to take 2 sticks with the friends, with the help of my other trekker friends. I finally reached, but that day it made me realize that how important it is to be physically fit, because I wanted to travel a lot. I want to do a lot of treks in my life. So if I perform like this, it won't make me go anywhere. So that's how it's it made me more. I came to know a lot of things about myself, and during these, whenever I feel that I am sad or low, I think about these moments which made me a bit strong, mentally and physically as well.
Wow, what a lovely conversation we had today. So this is the end of the podcast. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, sir, for the lovely questions.
Okay, so that's it from the podcast. In the next episode, we'll meet with some other guest. Till then, please take care of yourself and do subscribe the channel, like it, comment it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.